What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 game development live stream where we're back in our Gas Course project, an action RPG kind of game built from scratch using Unreal Engine 5, of course, the gameplay ability system plugin, Blueprint, C++, all that good stuff. So today what we're going to work on is a bespoke attribute set that will drive our game's resources that would be required for ability activation. So right now I can activate like as many abilities as I want, while the only gating being the cooldown. And, maybe we want that, maybe we don't. I kind of want to just add it and see how it'll end up looking, how it end up working, and kind of just go from there. I also noticed there's like, because I have like 3 main abilities, but I don't know what those like other 2 abilities are in my uh array actually. Let me just see what those abilities are. Ability. That's why I would like to have maybe icons eventually, just to show me what I'm doing. So there's primary slots, show in folder, primary abilities container. Okay, so the container, where are you being used? In the main game HUD. I feel like, all right, I might be not working on what I was hoping I'd be working on, but we'll have to see. I just want to see what abilities there are. Let me just break that down. Does it show me anything? Just the handles. Okay, cool. Let's see. Content browser. Character, player, ability system, and then I have abilities, test examples. So maybe jump is one of them. So ability, yeah, primary slot. Let's do empty slot. We don't really want the jump on there. So yeah, now we got 4. Good. Dodge, dash, duration, instant projectile, charge movement. Let me look at my ability set also. So granted gameplay abilities, expand all. So activation 2, 3. So this is the equipment ability. There's jump and then there's dodge. So I'm assuming dodge is the last one, which makes sense, I suppose. So yeah, give me a second here. So I think I need to start by creating a new attribute set. So let's go ahead and do that. So tools, new C++ class, attribute set, gas course attribute set. Next. Now we're gonna say GASC underscore. I don't know, how did I? Oh, I need to, for a second, reduce the application scale so I can see stuff. I need to see how I did the other attribute sets for naming conventions. Attribute sets, so GASC underscore, okay, then the thing I say. Okay, so let's try again. attribute set. I don't know if I want to call it like stamina or if I want to call it just resource. I'll just call it resource. Okay, let's make sure we put it in the right spot. Seems good enough. So we're going to start with just a, current and max resource kind of value, and then we're going to have to make sure we initialize them. Then we got to create a UI. And then we have to hook up to the ability cost. There should be a way, I think, to do it dynamically. We'll have to double check. So let's let Unreal do its thing. And we'll kind of vibe. So hope everyone's Tuesday and their week is going pretty well. So far my week is decent. Tiring, but we're good. Okay, cool. So we got our attribute set. So what do we want to do now? Give me just a second, guys. Okay. We're gonna have to do a lot of copy pasting. And what do we want to do exactly? We need to... Let's get the attribute set. Let's copy health. What we have for health, it should be relatively simple. We need to grab this. Love generating documentation from AI, by the way. It's a personal pastime of mine. So we got that. Now, probably we need all of this. So let's just grab all of that. We gotta change this to this. We can generate all of those. Yay. Now we just need like current health and max health, right? Now, and I guess we would want to have passive regen as well. So it might be smart for us to add that as well. So let's go ahead and try to do that in mind. So current resource, max resource. Since we're doing a lot of copy pasta, we gotta make sure we update things appropriately or else we'll get compile errors. Let me get out of the editor as well because we're gonna have to do a full recompile anyway when we're done here. So we got that. Let me also go down here, get the functions that we need. So onrep current resource, onrep max resource, Max resource. Okay. Fix that here as well. And there. So that should be correct. So now let's grab so for passive regeneration, we need to have some rules set up for it. So we need to have maybe a we could say resource regeneration rate. And I want to say resource regeneration delay, I guess. Just like, because when you use an ability or something, we want to have some sort of downtime before the regeneration kicks in on its own. So I wonder how that could work. We're gonna just have to try things and find out, you know what I mean? So let's grab that. So now we gotta do on rep current resource, and then delay. Okay. And I think we can default these to default values. So let's go ahead and do that. So current resource. I wonder if we need to have like a numerical representation in the UI for this resource. But we'll see. For now, let's not worry about it. So regeneration rate, we'll say 5, and delay will be 1. All seems okay. Let's generate the remaining rest of our code here. Okay. So what do I want to do? Now we can go into the health attribute CPP and copy the stuff we need to copy over. So pre-attribute change, we have a bunch of stuff. Let's just take one here. So pre-attribute change. So yeah, get max health attribute. We want to do get max resource attribute, current resource, max resource, get current resource attribute, like that. There is a bug with this kind of functionality. I gotta remember the circumstances of that bug, but the adjust for attribute for max change. Maybe we can look at it later. I think I have it documented that we need to fix it. Fix. Is there one for that? No, there isn't a bug for that. Let me just. So fix bug with adjust attribute for max change. Don't remember the details of the bug, but I know it exists, so there's that. So get current resource attribute, and then we could do max resource dot get current value. And then I want to clamp some of these other ones in a hard-coded way. Like, for example, the delay should never be less than a second. So get resource generation rate attribute, and we want to clamp that new value between, we'll say 0.1. I guess the regeneration rate. Yeah, I guess it can be between 0 and, we'll say 100. And then the next one, get resource generation delay. We don't want it to be less than 0.1 and more than, I don't know, 5. So there's that. And now, post attribute change, we're all good. Post gameplay effect attribute. I don't know if we want to do anything here just yet. This is like for passive healing and stuff. I don't know if we care about that there. But yeah, get life replicated props we do want to do. We need to also include the network. And then we need to do the right class. So current resource, like that. Now we gotta do the remaining ones. Honestly, I don't know if I need to do lifetime replicated props anymore because I'm not 100% sure if I want to support multiplayer, but why not have it? I don't think it hurts anybody. Actually, so that's max resource, regeneration rate, regeneration delay. And then just need to do some boilerplate here. And we just need to do that a bunch of times, and then we should be able to compile. Okay. So that should be everything. So it's going to be syncing and doing its thing. Okay. Moment of truth, we'll see if it compiles now. Okay, so it compiles successfully, so we dope. We got the skills. So again, now that we have the attribute set, we have to grant the attribute set within our, I believe, our ability set. We also have to create an initer file for it, just to set up some values. Again, we already added some base value for the delay and everything, but just for the current and max resource kind of situation. And then we should be able to create like a UI bar for that. I would want to make a view model. So I gotta just remind myself on how to, maybe for now I won't make a view model, but I'll just, kind of brute force it, and then we'll refactor it out to use a view model later. Baby steps. Okay, so let's go to our AS underscore character base. So granted attributes, sets. We should have resource now. We do. So granted gameplay effects, we need to make another one here. So GE character resource attribute initer. Let's grant that. Hey. What am I up to today? So I'm going to be creating I'm creating a new resource attribute that will be used to apply the ability costs when using our abilities. Just so we have some pull and push mechanics with those. I'm gonna have to figure out how we can possibly regenerate this resource in interesting ways, like maybe status effects give some back, or it'll passively regen as well. I just am nervous of players running out of resource and just kind of not doing anything. It would be cool to have some active mechanics that'll allow you to get resources back in some way. So we'll have to fuck around and find out. So we're just granting our attribute initer here. We need to then apply the right attributes here. So we're going to override our resource. So max resource, we'll just do 100. And then here we'll also do 100. And we can get rid of these other ones that we don't need, the redundancies there. So we have these values. So now let's just double check that everything's granted correctly and we have these attributes. So let's look at our window. We should have all our attributes here. Yeah, so we have resource regeneration rate, current resource, max resource. All seems good. Yay. So now we can make some sort of UI bar. So let's look at max health or just the health bar. So yeah, I should be able to copy this. You finished critical components? If you're referring to the critical strike and stuff, yeah. Oh god. I don't know why that came back up. Is that gonna come back up every time I play? Oh no. Oh no, I didn't mean to reset. Okay, so close all window. I don't want this to keep opening each time. Okay, good. So yeah, just to show you the critical stuff, I changed it to 5% critical chance. I'll turn it to 100, just so you can see it. So I was able to fix, the drawing of the critical. So now, no matter how far away you are or how close you are, it is always appearing, exactly above the enemy's head, and the critical damage is cached, so that every time we do a tick damage and stuff, it's not going to keep re-rolling critical strike. So if you happen to get a critical when you apply burn, you'll get the critical damage the whole time when you get through the tick. So we were able to finish that, and it looks decent. We can always add flare, of course, audio cues and things of that nature, but I think for now it's cool how it is. Let's put it back to 5%. So now, again, we're going to be working now with our resource attributes. And I don't know if the resource itself needs a numeric value. So for now, I'm going to just not use it, or is it because that's because there's a view binding here? View models, can I delete the view model? Yes. I guess I have to delete. Just get rid of all these view bindings so we can. Okay, I'm kind of confused. Why can't I get rid of these widgets? This editor requires a view model. Maybe I have to compile first. No. Why can't I get rid of this? Do I? Oh wait, no, that was the player's health. Oh no. Oh no, okay, I gotta rename it. I thought I was deleting the wrong thing, So player resource. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So it's still somehow binded. So window, not sure why it's not letting me delete this. Hey, Captain Price, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. There's also the lifesteal container. We can at least get rid of that. Why, what is it about these things that... Okay, let me just nuke the whole thing. I guess. I'm doing good, I'm doing good. Working on this new player resource. So let me just... Can I look at player health? How's it set up? So canvas paddle. Can I copy? Oh god. Can I copy this and then paste, or will it give me the same problems as before? Yeah, it's the same problems as before. Why though? There's view model extensions. yeah, nothing I can do about that. So let's start over. So we got canvas panel. We don't need a vertical box, so we should just be able to have a bar. So progress bar. Now there should be like a desired size on screen. We'll just have to see what it looks like in a bit. So resource bar. Left to right, yes. Let's put a value in there. That's style. This is color. We definitely want it to be like a greenish color. Now, can the background of it be a similar color? But let's make it less opaque. Maybe like that will look good. We're just gonna have to see. Now let's see where the player health is set up. The main game hub. Yeah, so player health and mana. Let me just call it player health and resource. Now there should be a resource. Should be able to plop it in. So fill. Okay. Honestly, that doesn't look good right off the bat, but that doesn't really matter. Let's see here. Now, am I doing anything special? So vertical box. Not doing anything crazy. Horizontal box, overlay. I have to wrap it with like... Let me wrap it with an overlay. Let's just see. Yeah, so honestly, that doesn't look great. We lost our health bar. So what do we have to do here? I always kind of lose myself in these things. So that's auto and that's fill. Player health. I mean, it looks significantly smaller. So there's a render transform with a pivot. Then there's the vertical box that has the anchor position, size to content. Definitely don't want to size the content for that. So basically, do I need to make this bigger, like 70? Sort of. But I want it to be thin as well. So maybe I have to wrap this with a vertical box. I'm just not sure what's kind of controlling the fact that it's not like getting super long. Is it because of like the anchors? Okay. Well, I don't like that it just completely fucking disappeared. I don't know if it needs to be a vertical box. Hold on. Let's do this overlay. Can I anchor you? It still does the same thing. Just making it longer result in that getting longer as well. Okay. I just don't like how it just disappears. Ah. It's kind of annoying to figure this out. Let's see. So wrap with vertical box. Wrap with horizontal box. That's more or less what it is looking like. See, this should fill. This should fill. Like, this should just anchor like this. But then, yeah, like, it just disappears. Then it looks like this. And if I make this smaller, it really just affects that. So it kind of looks right. I just don't like how it's set up. That looks gross. But let's so doing that fuck it up? No. Like, I feel like, let me just Control Z until I get back to where I was. Thank you. Like, I feel like I need to just give it a proper dimension. Like, how big is this thing? 900. So that looks better. Like, I don't know if I even need a canvas panel. But for now, okay, cool. Let's just see what it looks like there. And if I make it full screen, I need to fix the application scale. Just make sure it all matches, yeah. Okay, so now let me make it big again. Again, I want to use a view model at some point, but for now, we're not going to use a view model just for the sake of testing things quickly. We have resource bar. We can, what is it? Get owning pawn is valid. So, what's the thing called? Wait attribute changed. New value. We're gonna say current resource. And then this one, max. Max resource, boom, 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 whoops. So we got that. Now, custom event, so set resource bar. Now we're gonna say set percentage. Now we're gonna do safe divide. Of course, I don't know if clamping is necessary. It could be just redundant at that point, but we're gonna do something like that. And then at the beginning here, we're gonna say get player pawn, get attribute value, current resource. Just gonna set these by default. Put this, yeah, current health, no. Current resource, please. Max resource. Do something like that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, mayhaps. Do that. Yeah, good point. We need to grab you. Now we need to call set resource bar. We also need to call set resource bar here and here. That should work. And it does. We have a full bar now. That's cool. So now we should be able to go we're gonna test it just to see if it works, and then I gotta look at the Trantic documentation to see if I can implement what I'm thinking that he mentions. For cost, so cost gameplay effect, just so you guys can know what I'm looking at if you're curious. But basically, there's a section here where we can say we have an optional gameplay effect for about cost, and I would like to have a unified calculation class for ability costs. So we should be able to override this value. So let me just read what he says, just so I can remember. So have an optional gameplay effect specifically designed to use as the cost of the ability. Costs are how much of an attribute an ASC needs to be able to activate the gameplay ability. If a GA cannot afford the cost, they will not be able to activate. This cost GE should be an instant gameplay effect with one or more modifiers that subtract from the attributes by default. Cost GEs are meant to be predicted, and it is recommended to maintain the capability, meaning to not use execution classes, and MCs are perfectly acceptable and encouraged for complex cost calculations. Okay. So when starting out, you'll most likely have one unique cost GE per GA that has a cost. A more advanced, this is what I was thinking. A more advanced technique is to use one cost GE for multiple GAs and just modify the gameplay effect spec created from the cost GE with the GA specific data. So, and I don't know, I would want to have a cost. So override U gameplay ability get cost gameplay effect. Override this function and create a gameplay effect at runtime. So I would need to do something like that, I think. Because I feel like I would want to have a calculation class. I just wonder. I wonder how I should just do it, you know? Obviously I need to subtract. But I would want to have gameplay elements to have, like, you know, a cost multiplier. So I could say things like, okay, for the next 10 seconds, there is no cost, or costs are reduced by 50%, or something like that. So I gotta just keep that in mind on how I want to set that up. We could definitely refer back to this documentation. I'm glad it's there. I'm glad my memory is correct with that. So let's just do one of the abilities here, right? So we have a projectile example here. So there's abilities and perks, gameplay effects, modifiers, perks. I'll make a general gameplay effect. I'll make a general gameplay effect folder for it. So ability cost, task force gameplay effect, GE, ability cost main, I guess. So instant, of course, stacking type none, modifier, resource, and we'll do -5. And that should be enough to test with, right? So there should be a cost gameplay effect class. So every time I shoot, it costs 5. So honestly, it's getting executed twice, which not good for one. So I'm not sure where that's coming from. So introducing this is also introducing bugs, which is fun, but I'm not sure why. So we gotta look at the code. So this is what, an instant ability, right? Stacking has ability stacks, no. Auto commit ability on activate. So am I committing twice? There is, yeah. So I guess I don't want to commit on activate. So that should stop it from going twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's weird that it only went 10 times. Because the cost is 5. So let's see what's up. It's fine. So I'm gonna do that. So current resource is 95, max resource is 100. So these, so current resource is deprecating too quickly still. So new value 95, old value 100. New value is 85. Old value is 90. So where is this cost happening? That's weird behavior, right? Maybe the debug menu can do some help here. So let's look at these attributes that are at the bottom. So I press once. Yeah, it's going down by 10 each time. And if I were to do -2, I assume it would go down 4 each time. Let's check. Yeah. So for whatever reason, it's being calculated twice. So we should get this breakpoint twice. Oh, multiple times after that. So we do that. We got hit once here. So new value 98. New value 96. So yeah, the attribute is being changed twice. why? So if I were to not commit the ability, for example, what happens? Yeah. So if I don't commit, it doesn't change. So at least we know we have a starting point. So commit ability. So we go to commit ability. I should have gas course gameplay ability as well. Do I override commit ability? So I have this, and it just calls commit ability. And then commit execute. And then there's apply cost. So let's see what happens when we get to that breakpoint. Hey, how's it going? How Chama? I'm doing good. Right now we are working on ability cost, like ability resources, with a custom attribute, and we have the UI here, that green line on the bottom. But right now we're running into a bug where the cost is seemingly calculated twice. So that's what we're debugging at the moment. So I activate, so we get to apply cost, right? Now, if I were to, so basically it gets caught, so commit execute gets called twice. It seems like, let's see. So we get to apply cost, right? And it's called from here. And we do that again. It seems like it's from the same place. Okay, so it's the hit reaction that's getting called there. So hold on. Let me not do the hit reaction. So we do that. We do instant gameplay ability. Just make sure we're not doing anything different. Yeah. So we do that. Is it because I'm doing super, it gets called twice? Let's look. What could be the reason here? Now, there's commit abilities. They're like commit cost. So if I were to just call commit ability cost, for example, that seems correct. Let's see here. Just get some numbers. Yeah, 98, 96, 94. Yeah, so that seems right. So that tells me committability is just fucking up. So we call committability, we get here, we do commit execute. Now we have commit execute and then K2 commit execute. That should be okay. Now is there like event commit execute? Oop. Jesus. I just want this is print. I'm hoping it prints once. So you're committing the ability twice. Actually, I don't know. Like initially, I was calling committability explicitly twice, but I don't know what's going on here. So yeah, it's getting called. So commit execute is getting called twice. Because we call it here, and it applies cooldown and it applies cost. And then in our base gameplay ability, we have commit execute. I guess I don't need to. Maybe it's because I'm overriding these things for no explicit reason. It's virtual. I'm not sure why. So let's go ahead and just comment that out and we'll see what happens. So let's let this compile and we'll see what happens. Hopefully it compiles okay, and hopefully that was the reason. But I don't know why that would be the reason, you know? Okay, so we successfully compiled. Hooray. Good for us. So we'll see if this fixes it. If it doesn't, we'll have to dig deeper a little bit next time. Our streams are usually relatively short, usually an hour and a half max. Got a sneezing cat in the background. I don't know if you can see Lola there. Hey Lola. Boo boo. You wanna be famous? Okay, you're gonna chill. She's gonna chill on the heater. Probably the best spot in the house. Oh, nope, she moved away from the heater. Okay, cool. So we don't really need these other assets open at the moment. So let's see if our print string gets printed twice. Okay, now it gets printed 3 times. So it's still getting printed twice. So why? So gameplay ability, commit, execute. Let's just go back here, apply cost. So we get here. What's the breadcrumb trail, I guess? Let's really look into this execution thing. So we get commit ability. So commit ability does the whole thing there, right? So K2 commit ability then calls commit ability of the instant gameplay effect. And then this calls that. So then I stop again. Once again, it's commit ability. Does instant need to call the super or something? Ah, didn't mean to do that. So let's go to instant gameplay ability. Let's say return true. Let's do a hot reload. Let's just see if that fixes the problem or not. Maybe there's information online as well. Maybe I can use the AI assistant to figure this out too. So UE5, commit ability, executing twice. Okay. So double input binding. If the ability is bound to an input action, ensure that the input is not triggering multiple times, once for pressed and once for released. Okay, so maybe I can look at that. It shouldn't be the case. All right, let's see if that fixes it. So there is just one hello. But now nothing's really going. So do we even get to apply cost anymore? No. So that's not really a fix. Manually invoking activation. If activate ability is being manually or programmatically invoked, ensure the logic doesn't accidentally execute twice. For example, so in your provided code, your commit ability function directly returns true without calling blah blah. This could be risky, blah blah blah. Yes, I already did that. Latent tasks, debugging suggestions. Okay, so maybe I can just do activate ability. Let's just do a reload real quick. So, activate ability. So it seems like it's getting called once. Which is good on one hand, but on the other, it's still confusing. Maybe someone online actually knows it. Let's not rely on AI nonsense. So, ability cost applied twice. The gas effects and abilities being applied twice. But it's on Reddit. I don't know how good Reddit's gonna really help here. No. Regarding gas and ability costs. Okay, maybe. Okay, I have an idea. Is it because. Is this getting called twice? I mean, let's not commit ability there. Let's commit ability on activation. So 1, 2. Damn it. Thought that was clever. So let's see. So we get to try activate and then internal activate. Okay. Rider froze. So that's great. No. Okay, so now we can't use our editor here. That's annoying. What happened? Like I can interact with this and minimize it, but okay, thank you. Well, I shouldn't say thank you just yet. It's still kind of frozen, but at least it looks different, right? So we have officially made Ryder shit his pants. Maybe that means it's a good time to stop. I don't know. What happened? Oh. Okay, hold on. No. I think it's just going hard. It's like it's trying to load all this data, and it's just kind of shitting its pants. Damn it. I don't want to fully close out of Writer because reopening it will take forever. So I guess this is a good time to end the stream since not much else is happening here. So let's go ahead and prepare to raid. We'll go to First Crimson. Ryder's doing something a little bit. We'll see how many people we can get. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Sorry about how this is ending, but it is what it is. So if you're still watching, much appreciated. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already followed me here on Twitch, make sure to do so. You can also follow me on YouTube with the same name, same handle, as well as TikTok. We'll go ahead and raid. And I'll see you guys next time.